Hey guys, this is Glockmeister 26, and what you have here is a Gen 4 Glock 22 in 40 caliber. The reason I'm bringing it out today is because it reached a milestone, 1,000 rounds. I believe last time I gave a review on this gun, I had about 400 rounds with no jams, no failures, and by this time I have about 1,000 rounds with one slight hiccup, and I believe it was faulty ammo. It was one round that didn't eject properly, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to go ahead and say that it was the ammo that I was using. I have experienced some problems with that type of ammo. It was the Winchester white box, and the last couple of batches that I've had a couple of one dud and one casing that wasn't properly seated. One bullet that wasn't properly seated. Anyway, there's my Glock 22. As you can see, I do not have night sights on it, but I do have a light attached to it. This is the gun I use for home protection. This is the gun I keep at home for my family to use in case there's an emergency in the house. This this Glock comes with the 15 round mags plus one in the chamber. That's 16 rounds of 40 caliber. 40 caliber is a very competent round. It's kind of the halfway point between, I would say, 38 and 45 bullet. Hollow points, of course, when I'm loading in here in the house. I use different types of ammo. I use a gold dot. Gold dot is excellent. I also use the Winchester, Federal, just depending on what I have the most of. When I go to the range, I normally use this Uncle Mike's holster. It's good enough for the range, just basically to transport and to carry it. I don't have a tactical holster for this gun yet, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get one. Basically, this stays in the safe, only to be used for taking it out to the range or in case of an emergency. For those of you that aren't familiar with this tac light, it's an M3X tactical illumination, and it's made by Insight Technologies. You have two functions on this one. By toggling the switch up, you have momentary activation, and by pushing it down, you have the constant on. Obviously, if you're going to carry a light like this, you do have to practice with it. Manipulating this stuff in high stress environment or in a high stress situation would probably prove a little difficult. So you do have to practice with it. The good thing about these Glocks is they have no safeties on them, so you don't have to worry about that. If you notice, I did add an aftermarket plug, which I do with all my Glocks. I like the way it looks, the clean look, and also I like the way that it doesn't get lint or dust. Basically, it's like a dust cover. This one, I believe, is a no, actually it's a Glockmeister brand plug, and I like it a lot better because of these new Gen 4, the way they have that little button in the back. It locks it in, and it prevents me from having the same problems I had with my other Glocks, my Gen 3s, where that little button works its way out. For those of you that have Gen 4s or they know anything about the Gen 4, you have the 3 back straps, the 0, the 2, and the 4. I currently have no back strap on it because I do have a smaller hand, and it feels excellent. I wish I had all Gen 4s. The magazine release button is huge, which I do like. I just added this about a month ago. It's the extended slide release. I really like it. I have it on all my Glocks also. It's very easy to install. Personally, I had the Glock Armor install it for me, but it's very easy to set that up. One issue I did have with this Glock is that the recoil spring was recalled by Glock. I actually found out about it from YouTube. I sent it in. Actually, I called them up. They sent me a brand new spring. I installed it in the gun, shot it to make sure it worked the same as the other one. I actually had no problems with the older spring. I did get this one, was a little beefier. I put it in there, flawless. So I got to give it to Glock for go ahead and upgrading those for free. Obviously, was their whatever the issue is, and they corrected it. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this Glock 22 review of the Gen 4. I will only be getting Gen 4s from now on because it just fits my gun in my hand a little better. It makes me like the Glocks even more than I already do. Alright, well, just so you can see the wear on it, there's about 1,000 rounds, and as you can see, just like my other Glocks, the wear is not bad. As long as you keep this gun lubricated, even though it would shoot dry, as long as you keep it lubricated, you're not going to get that really ugly wear. Excellent coating that Glock uses on their slides. Alright guys, have a good day.